Crafters, Raquel here with Paints and Glitter. Today I'm going to introduce you to the newest mini album die set from Tonic Studios. This is Making Memories with Friends, my memory book collection. It is a set of 53 dies and it is absolutely beautiful. Not only does the set come with enough dies to make a mini album, cards and the like, but you're also going to be able to make a frame. So I'll be showing you that as well. But let me show you here what you get when you get this die set in your hands. You're going to be able to make 4 different sizes of mini albums. The largest is going to be just about 7 1/4 inches tall by, I believe it's 7 3 or 6 3/4 inches wide. And then the smallest page here or mini album that you could create is about 2.5 inches tall by 2 and maybe, let's see here, maybe 5/8 or 2.5, a little over 2.5 inches wide. So aside from that, every mini album that you create, you're also going to have layering pieces for, so you can definitely create either frames or just matting layers. So every size has 2 matting layers. There's also, for the largest die here that creates the book, a coordinating die here that creates a really gorgeous panel that's decorative, and it looks like it has a lot of leaves on it. So let me show you right away what that looks like. I've cut it out here using gold card, and look at how stunning that is. And it's just such elegant detail, just like Tonic always does. And this is, by the way, what one of the matting layers would look like, and that's if you cut it out using this largest die here. So if you can imagine that in all the different sizes, you'll have that available. Another thing that you can do, of course, is with the dies that don't cut the side here, which allow you to create a hinge, you can fold your paper and use that die and then create little notebooks or just a folding page, as you see there. There's also tags included in this set. One of them looks like this. It has a little hole on each side that, of course, you could thread with ribbons. Of course, it comes with its own little layering piece here, and then even a smaller one if you want to use. There's also this die here with the 2 slots on either side, and that allows you, of course, to thread larger ribbon on both sides also, or twine, whatever you would like. There's this piece here that allows you to cut into your page. So if you're going to cut a page like this, and I'm going to be showing you how to use it, you can use that piece there to cut into the side of the page and then create a fold for a little notebook. There's also this portion here that cuts out. I'm going to show you that die in a moment. But the title is Making Memories, and then you have the option here of using any one of these sentiments. They read with friends, and that coordinates with the tags. It says here with family, with you, together, and then the last one here says on our journey. So you have options there to create the type of book that you like. This piece here is the one that is going to create a frame. What you end up doing is cutting that out 4 times. I'm going to show you how to use it, but here you're going to see the sample of how that looks when it's first initially cut out. I did use some mousse on this, or embellishment mousse, because it allows that little embossing portion there that you can use to stand out really nicely, and it even marks the measurement on the paper for you to decide which size of frame you can create, and you can make it as small as 1 inch and all the way as large as 4 1/4 inches. So I think that's really versatile. There's also a piece on here that allows you to create the mountain valley folds or little accordion folds for the hinges of your pages there, so you can create the spine of your book. Here's another portion there that you can use to create the little holes in your pages. There are 2 half pages included in this set. One of them is the one I just showed you here, and this is the smaller of the 2. So as you can see there, it's going to coordinate with this other little die here, and that one cuts out the little embellishment that you can place here so that you can tie your page together. Super pretty. And it also comes with the little portions here there's 2 different ones that you can choose from so that you can decorate your page. So that's what this looks like. That's one of them, cut out of pink card. All I did was add some gold color in the center there. And then there's also a larger page, which is also half cut page. That one looks like this, and here it is. The layers of that page can be cut out with either a solid to look like this. Okay, so you can add different layers depending on how you use them, or you can even use that same decorative panel that you could put on top of here and cut it into one of the other pages and get something that looks like this. So it's absolutely stunning, very, very elegant. As you can see here, there are also some pieces that you can cut out to create some greenery just to decorate your pages. They look like this. They're very, very delicate and very, very pretty. So that's all of those. Let you take a close look at that. And then to coordinate, of course, with all of these, there are a total of 5 different flowers. And there's also this other little tag piece that goes back there, coordinates with all the tags. So you have choices there. So here are the flowers. Now the flowers come in different sizes, all very pretty. As you can see here, you can cut them out of whatever material you prefer to use. They come in these little wispy petals there, or these other ones that are a little bit more almost tattered on the edges. Very darling flowers there. So a nice range of sizes there as well. And then, let's see here, am I forgetting anything? I think that's it for that. The other thing is that with this die set, you can pick up this gorgeous paper collection. So let me go through this really quickly. It's called Dusky Rose, and it is 18 sheets of 200 GSM cardstock. You get 2 of each 9 double-sided designs, and it is acid and free, so it's going to be wonderful for your photos. It's not going to ruin your pictures, and it does work alongside this other die set that you can pick up. It's called Beautiful Moments Tag Sentiment die set, and I wanted to mention that because you hear one of the pages, which is the cover one, will not go to waste because you can use it with that tag die set. And this die set is going to coordinate with all of these designs that you see here. There are 3 color ranges, that kind of very light cream, and then that old rose and the green. And then there are these pieces here that will also coordinate with the little tags. And they're all so very beautiful. It's, of course, that floral motif. So now I'm just going to quickly go through what these look like. I just think it is gorgeous. It's very, very stunning. And you're going to see that some of the pages have less flowers than others. Some of them, the scale is larger, but look at this. I absolutely love that green background. And I believe these are very small white roses, and there are some cabbage roses there too. Very wispy, some of them. There's some greenery there, of course, that match the other ones that you can cut out with the die set. And then it just repeats itself. Okay, but look at how pretty that is. So I highly encourage you to get your hands on this if you like to create memory books, cards, gifts for whether they be Mother's Day, a new mom, maybe someone who is retiring, or an upcoming birthday. And now I'm going to show you the results of all of these supplies, and on a second video I will show you how to create it. Well guys, this is the result. This is the largest mini album that you will be able to make with this die set. Here on the cover, what you're seeing is the frame that will be included in the video tutorial. The title that says Making Memories, created with the dies from the set, as well as all of these tiny little flowers within the frame. The outermost flowers here, however, that are flanking this frame are created with the papers that you can get, and here is the sampling in the background. And what I've done is that I've used the large die to create this panel I had shared with you earlier, but behind that I did color a panel using Nuvo embellishment mousse in the color Sea Spray Green. I've used this all throughout this project. I've also used mousse in the color Bermuda Pink and Toasted Almond. So those are three colors that I think would go very nicely with this paper collection. So I've also added details with glimmer paste in the color Glitterati Gold and the color Frosted Birch in the Glacier Paste. So these are nice glitters that are kind of contained in those mediums. And I've used several drops from my stash, in whether they be glitter drops or dream drops. So it's been a lot of fun to create this book. So let me give you a quick walkthrough. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have a comprehensive tutorial sharing with you how you can add pages to the mini album, and also share with you how I made some of the pages, not all, but you'll get to see how I created the spine, the frame, and then what you're about to see and the sampling of different pages here. So beginning here, I've used some dies from my stash that will coordinate nicely. So if you happen to have them, then you can use them as well. I'll leave in the description bar of the video the names of certain dies. But here's the Together. This tag came in the set of dies. I've cut it out twice. The second layer there is what I've colored with the mousse as well as the ribbon. This page opens up like so to allow you to place a picture and do some journaling. Then there's this page here. This is the half cut die that comes in the set, and this is the smaller one. You can also use the die to add some ribbon on the sides here, as well as the ribbon closure. And what I've done here is use the mousse to color the panels that are decorative here. So you see how pretty that coordinates with these gorgeous papers with that beautiful green and the florals. And here you're going to learn with my tutorial how to create this type of accordion page, which is super fun. And of course you can fit smaller pictures there. Then for the next page here, this layout is a lot of fun as well. Here, what I've done is a side pocket, so you'll learn how to create this, and I've taken advantage of the tags that come in the paper collection and cut those out using the dies that I had mentioned. And these are the Beautiful Moments Tag Sentiment die set. You'll be able to coordinate this with the paper collection to make it super easy to create your tags. All of the florals here come with the die set. This panel here, which is again that decorative panel you can use to layer on top of your half pages, but you can also add it to just a rectangular piece of card, as I've done here. I've just folded that in half, and I added these pieces to the end. I cut away the little edges that didn't match, and then here you go. You have a nice decorative piece here that will fit into your page. And I've also used those little layering pieces here with the gold little dots to just make that match and make it really cohesive. This little strip here also has embellishment mousse on it. And then here is another piece of card that will serve as a template. I like adding those to the mini albums that I create to make it easier to cut down pictures for the recipient. And then this little bow here, by the way, is added with the same little piece that you can use here to cover your little holes on that paper. So you can use those individually, and of course it served its purpose there very nicely, because then I was able to embellish my little page there. So this one here was a lot of fun to create. This page has this kind of rotating little insert that I like to create because they're interactive and just add a little interest to your pages. There is a hidden magnet here, and what I did was use the larger of the gatefold style dies here, but instead of adding the ribbon on the sides, you can definitely use these little dies here, or the little strips that you can cut out. And what I've done is use two colors of gold paper, the pink here to make it all match, and then this little ribbon of course opens up. Then you can also have bigger pictures in here. what I've done is I've used 3 of the papers just to showcase the different colors. So there's that green again, that lighter kind of creamy color, and here is the old rose color. The papers are so beautiful, you really don't need to do a whole lot to them, but it is fun to cut them into different shapes and make something so elegant and pretty. For this layout here in the center of my book, what I've done is I created a triple pocket page. This won't be in the tutorial, but it's quite simple to use. What you can do is the largest matting layer that you can cut out with the dies, all I did here was to cut a slit into that paper, and then I essentially covered it up with smaller pieces that you can also cut, of course, just graduating the sizes, getting smaller as I laid them one on top of the other, and then finally decorating them with those gorgeous little flowers that you can use. And that was just, my little moose kind of fell over there. Now here what I've done is that I use different types of papers because a lot of us love using mixed media. So what I did here was to showcase different thicknesses of paper and also the different types of drops or glacier and glimmer paste that you can use in this type of project. So here is the variety there of the colors and how beautifully shiny you can make that. Then on here, I just use these pieces of card to just flank this and make it look really pretty there. But there are just a little slit cut in this large paper here, and then on the one in the background. And as I said before, they're layered, but to pop them up so that the tags would fit, I just used foam adhesive right behind the papers, only on 3 sides. So the 2 sides and the bottom, that's it. So super simple to make. It's really not complicated at all. And of course, a lot of fun to showcase the different colors of all the papers. So very pretty. And here on the opposite page, if you're going to make a very elaborate page on one side, I always suggest that the opposite be nice and simple so that the elements here don't compete with one another when you are closing and opening your pages. So this one will be included in the tutorial, and it's just a really easy page to make. You can add a larger photo here. Then here I did add some laces, and then of course added more of those little pieces that you can decorate your pages with, more little drops, and all of those adorable little flowers, which here I did decorate with seed beads in the center. So of course you can vary that up depending on what supplies you may have on hand. Our next page here has this little handbag. This is using a different set of dies from Tonic Studios that were released before. Now what I did was that I used the gorgeous papers, of course, just to show you how adorable that will look together. And here you see the little flowers that you can cut out using this set. Then this of course opens up and you can create a little trifold presentation here of either journaling or photos, and then added yet another piece of that embellishment there with the flower and that little sprig, which I think are so delicate and pretty. The ribbon here is from Tonic Studios, and on the back here I've also used some really beautiful specialty paper. I save the little bits and pieces and try to use them throughout all of my projects. Then this other page here was a lot of fun to make. I did include this in the tutorial. So here I had already shown you the paper that you can cut out using those Verso dies, because of course you can cut into the paper, and this little tag here that moves up and down held by this lovely ribbon also from Tonic Studios is included in the set. I just complemented it with the little hearts there from a different collection, and that gorgeous little lock. This was from the Elegant Armor set, and that little heart holding it is actually from the Vino Vault collection. So if you don't have those dies, of course, you can just put a little ribbon closure here. I just decided to take advantage of the fact that these were in my collection of dies, and that comes apart quite easily, by the way. But let me show you how to open this. So the little lock here is held by that piece of card, and I might complement this or supplement this later with the ribbon, but okay, so we got that open. Now this opens up like so. You can place a photo here. There's vellum on this side just to cover the the little bits that are not so attractive. And there is also recycled acetate in the center of this page. So what I did was use the packaging that comes with all of the dies. You may as well use what you have, so why not? And it makes a nice sturdy page that opens and closes. And then lastly here on this page, I did use another die from Tonic Studios, much older die, and created a waterfall card or a page, just because they are so much fun to add to your mini albums. And then here you see more of those beautiful little flowers, and to go along with that and showcase, of course, these beautiful papers is just a large oval. You can fit a larger photo here, and then these little pieces here were cut out using this collection. So I look forward to sharing with you how to make many of these pages. The spine, by the way, is nice and sturdy. I did use gray board underneath this paper, and I did create it a little bit taller than what the dies will create, only because of the weight of the amount of pages that I put in this mini album. I decided it needed a bit of a taller page or spine here, but that's not compulsory. You can do that if you want to. It all depends on what you're going to add inside of your book. And I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below which page you may have preferred from this little walkthrough, and I will see you in my next video where I will share with you how to make this mini album. Thank you so much for watching. Be inspired and be blessed.